Welcome to AAF Chattanooga's American Advertising Awards. We're excited to be back as a professional club and looking forward to being able to begin in-person events as soon as the pandemic allows. Please rejoin if you used to be a member. We haven't collected dues for over a year, so if you're not sure if you're a member, you're probably not. We've regrouped and we would love to have you rejoin. And we're running a special where if you just pay for your dues by June, you'll get to pay our previous prices, and it will be good until June of 2022. Your leadership roundtable is Megan Moe, Kathy Jacobus, Haley Gaffin, and Hector Gonzalez. I'm Megan Moe, and I'll be your presenter for tonight. I've been a part of AAF since about 2007, and I've served as your chair for the awards this year. Let's meet the judges. We chose someone who specializes in broadcast, another in creative and art direction, as well as one in copywriting. Rather than me reading their information to you, let them tell you about themselves.
Hi, my name is Yash Mandayan. I'm one of the partners at Push Button Creative Audio. And for about the last 20 years or so, I've been developing audio for brands, everything from radio ad development, custom music, podcast work, a lot of copywriting. Copywriting is my strongest background, but mostly broadcast.
Hi, my name is Kathy Martinolich. I'm a senior copywriter at Cornett in Lexington, Kentucky. I've been doing copywriting for all sorts of different brands for a few years now. I cut my teeth working at Big Ass Fans in their marketing department, and now I get to work with great teams and great brands writing cool stories.
My name is Silver Playon. I'm a creative director with an art direction background. I've almost been out of school for almost 20 years, and it makes me feel really terrible. I wish I was young again. I've been at small shops. Started in here at Jesse. I've been at Mullen, Budio, Richard's Group, a bunch of different places all over. And here in ATL long term. I'm the CD on Zaxby's at the Tombers Group, and this was a really great show to judge. I loved all the work. Thank you so much.
It's truly very difficult to judge this show because of how great the work was. So
yeah, I finished judging and I was talking to some coworkers. I was like, y'all have no idea. So impressed, head to toe, all of it.
I gotta tell you, the video production in Chattanooga is mind-blowing.
They are not messing around.
The video, I've probably judged 20 or 25 Addy shows. I've never had golds and silvers.
Yeah, and I was hoping to talk through with y'all because I was like, I know that I'm over my quota.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of golds and silvers, a lot of good work in the market.
The order of events for today is that we'll begin with the Student Awards, first the Judges' Choice Awards, then Mosaics, then the Gold, next will be Silver, followed by the Bronze Awards, and finishing up with the Student Best in Show. Then we'll do it all over again with the Professional Awards. A quick note before we begin, we've included credits as given by those who submitted awards, but not everyone provided the information in the original entry. Also, if a submission won multiple awards, we've either shortened it for the second time, or in the case of a longer piece, we may have divided it into two parts. So you'll hear some now and the other part later. If a campaign won multiple awards, we've tried to show some different aspects for each award. For the Silver Awards, we haven't always shown these during our ceremonies. As the judges said, though, the work this year was phenomenal, and many of the silvers were quite high-ranking too. In a different year, different market, maybe these would have been gold as well. We wanted to show at least some of the work, so we've elected to show about 30 seconds of the longer works. As most of you know, the judging is anonymous. The judges score each work on their own, and then their scores are combined for a final score. Now on to the show. We have 3 Judges' Choice Awards. The first goes to the Vendagua website from Lee University.
My student judge's choice, I picked the Vindagua website. I was going through judging and I was looking at the Vindagua magazine spreads, and then I got to the website, and just seeing how clearly the aesthetic of the magazine came through in the website, that's hard to do. It's clean, it's clear, it's concise, it's beautiful. It's got this light touch to it that just really, really appealed to me. And it has everything that I want in a magazine website, nothing I don't. And I'm going to go buy some merch now. Really nicely done. It's something to be proud of and a great way to access the magazine for those who are out of town and have to go digital. So nice job, y'all.
The second Judge's Choice Award goes to Riley Jones for her illustration for the Office of Racial and Ethnic Relations.
I really love this image. I'm an artist myself, and I have a really difficult time drawing the faces. So when I looked at this, I was like, holy cow, it's like 30 individual different faces. You can read the individuality in every single one of them. I just thought it was very powerful to talk about race and to have this one image where all these different disjointed people were conjoined. So it was just like a metaphor that's perfect. So, it was something about interwoven and shared human existence in there too. So really great job. Loved it.
The third Judge's Choice Award goes to the Sow Your Success campaign from NSAC Lee University.
So for my student Judge's Choice, I am picking the Sow Your Success campaign. It is a campaign that was done for the NSAC, the National Student Advertising Competition. And I know how much work goes into these campaigns. There's so many elements are put together. And this entire body of work, had podcast elements, had, digital elements, had print elements, had tons of design work. And I just, the book that was put together was really thoroughly researched. There was so much great content, so much great creative that for me, hands down, this was definitely going to be my judge's choice. And I congratulate the entire team on their work.
Next, we will be giving the Mosaic Awards. The first goes to the Vindagua for their Black Lives Matter spread. The second goes to Delight Ajaka for her book design. Now we move on to the Student Gold. Our first goes to the NSAC Lee University Sow Your Success campaign. The next gold goes to the Vindagua staff for Vindagua Issue 8. The third gold goes to the Vindagua staff for Vindagua Issue 9. Another gold goes to Sydney Presley for her photograph, Alejandra Guajardo. In the Student Silver category, we have Student Silvers going to the Vindagua for book cover design for Issue 8. And a silver going to Vindagua Issue 9 book cover design. Another going to the Vindagua staff for the Vitality issue for an editorial spread or feature. We have two silvers going to the Vindagua for Black Lives Matter. One is for the editorial spread or feature, and another for the still photography. And the Vindagua takes home 2 more silver with their quarantine photo essay for editorial spread or feature, as well as for still photography campaign. A silver goes to the Vindagua for the illustration of Delight Ajaka, done by Blake Stevens. And now let's move on to the Student Bronze Awards. Our first bronze goes to Donovan Reynolds for his logo design for a Smith Automotive Solutions logo. Another bronze goes to Delight Ajaka for 2 or Crown Art book design. Another bronze goes to Enid Kian for her illustration entitled Liberal Arts. And the final bronze goes to Riley Jones for her illustration for the Office of Racial and Ethnic Relations. And now for the Student Best in Show. That goes to Vindagua for Vindagua Issue 8. But also the judges wanted you to know that it was for your entire body of work. They were impressed with the vision of the Vindagua staff overall. However, Issue 8 was the highest scoring entry for students this year. Congratulations, students! If you didn't win this year, the judges encourage you to submit again next year. They saw a lot of promising work. It is now time for the American Advertising Awards for Professionals. First of all, we have 3 judges' choices. The first goes to Council Creative with What Home Means, done for Warmack Homes.
Sometimes, a house changes. It's hard to tell exactly when. Maybe the first time you cook a meal in the kitchen, or you catch a sunrise through the windows, or you bring that baby home, or you stay up too late watching just one more episode, or you get a second alone. Or you're surrounded by your people. The foundations don't move. The walls and the roof and the floors stay where they are. But everything changes. It's like the difference between a light bulb and light. Between a guitar and a song. Between a boat and sailing. Between lying down and drifting off. Who knows when it happens? Who knows how? But you feel it when a house changes into a home.
The What Home Means video for Womack Homes, and I have never seen a home builder commercial like this. Like, it was beautifully done. I wish I'd written it, and it just completely blew me away how emotional it was, how heartfelt it was, and just how gorgeous it was. It stuck with me, and really nicely done to everybody who was associated with it.
The second Judge's Choice Award goes to Council Creative for the story of Ruby Falls, done for Ruby Falls. We'll watch a little bit of it now and a little more later.
Sometimes giving up is the right decision. Sometimes when it's fish or cut bait, the smart guy cuts bait. Sometimes the wise man looks into a hole in the mountain and he can't see through the dark, and so wisely he turns back. Sometimes, some people, not me. When my Ruby went away to Tennessee, I did not give up. She was my high school sweetheart, and usually those things don't work out, but I kept at it. She's my wife now, so yes, that was the right call. Ruby and I have seen just about everything together. She knows, as well as I do, that adventures begin just after you maybe ought to turn back. We come around a bend, we see a new adventure. She takes my hand and off we go. Now, the minute I first saw the cave in Lookout Mountain, I wanted to open it up to the public. I wanted everyone to see that underground cathedral. But the railroad said no. They needed that passage for their line. Time to cut bait, right?
Judge's choice, I chose the story of Ruby Falls. Obviously, it was produced really well, told a great story. I thought, in terms of cinematography, of editing, the copywriting, everything was incredibly tight. And as a matter of fact, it was the first entry of the entire show that I judged, and kind of smacked me right in the mouth. I thought, oh my gosh, if this is the caliber of work that is coming out of Chattanooga, it's already super impressive. And it stuck with me. I've been to Ruby Falls, so there was just a lot of a really great story arc, and I thought it was really enjoyable and just incredibly well done and well produced.
Our third Judge's Choice Award goes to Humanot for Killer Baby Namer, done for Liquid Death.
Studies show the name you give your baby has the power to influence every aspect of their life, from their career choices to their relationships. That's why Liquid Death created the Killer Baby Namer. Each killer baby name has been vetted by our experts to scientifically maximize your baby's chances of success in life. Just go to killerbabynamer.com, enter your last name, and mash the generate button to receive a killer name like Deathany Killface, Dr. Murderbones, or Zorglum the Destroyer. Nobody's gonna fuck with those babies. Did you know employers can attach their biases to names on resumes? So when Crograph McKillington Clark applies for a job, you know that baby is going straight to the top. And let's just say, if you name your baby Haggis Murder Hornet, when she jumps on a conference call, everybody's gonna know who's boss.
Hey guys, Haggis Murder Hornet here.
Plus, how many matches do you think Megalodon Bone Crusher is gonna get? Yeah, better teach that baby sex ed early. Are you some sort of flat earther that's not convinced by science, but like free stuff? If you give your baby a name from our killer baby namer, like Glogzam Goblin Lord, and send us a copy of their birth certificate to prove it, we'll send you an 18-year supply of Liquid Death so you can keep them hydrated until you're legally allowed to forcibly remove them from your home. The Killer Baby Namer. Just another way Liquid Death is making the world a better place.
I don't want your milk, Mommy. I want Liquid Death, for I am Dr. Murderbones, Archangel of Liquid Death.
That was one of my favorites. I think I lean more towards the baby namer thing just because I love crazy activations that brands do. Especially since we haven't been able to do much this last year.
You love it.
Yeah, it's great. Sorry, I'm a metalhead, so I was like, yes.
I know this sweater doesn't indicate that I would listen to metal, but I swear I do.
I mean, you really lean into like every aspect of what your brand is, by coming up with something like this. It's so demented and strange and just appeals to every, creative fiber in me. I just loved every second of it and made me want to go rename all my children. I have 3 of them. They're all death bringers in their own regards. And so like having this thing really touched me as a father, but it was hilarious. It was a name, and it just brought a lot of, ridiculousness to the categories of, spring water. It's such an interesting way to position something like water, so I just loved it.
Do you think my students would turn in better work if I became Dr. Murderbones Mo? Bears some thinking about. We will now move on to the Mosaic Award, and our Mosaic Award goes to EPB for their Juneteenth video windows display. Moving on to the Professional Gold Awards. Our first in the category of television advertising goes to EPB for Taking Turns for EPB.
You can't read your book until your father's finished with the paper. Jamil, you're next. Good job, honey. You can play with Frisbee when Rose is finished.
You wouldn't take turns for everyday family activities. So why do it with your internet?
Rose, you can eat when Jamil is finished. Then it's Dad's turn.
Only EPB gives you up to 1,000 megabits per second, so you can stream, game, work, and connect on all your devices at the same time. Get the gig.
A second gold goes to Council Creative for What Home Means, done for Warmack Home.
Who knows when it happens? Who knows how? But you feel it when a house changes into a home.
And a gold goes to Humanaut for From Outside with Love, done for Organic Valley.
People are always asking, what makes Organic Valley milk so much better? Well, here it is. It's right here. It's outside! We hold ourselves to higher standards of animal care, giving our cows more time outside because happy, healthy cows make better milk.
So we can put outside on our cereal?
That kid gets it. Organic Valley, from outside with love.
And in the category of film, video, and sound, internet commercial, Humanaut receives a gold for Not a Field, done for Maryfield.
Shopping with conviction, fixing the food system. It's a Maryfield brands, clean labels from across the land.
Wait, what do you mean by clean labels?
You know, clean labels are the kind of products and brands that don't use any artificial junk or unnecessary chemicals and are better for your family and the planet. It's a Maryfield!
Maryfield? Is that like a new farm co-op I can join?
No, it's an app for your iPhone that's harnessing the power of technology to unlock rewards inside every receipt!
Buddy, I don't know what that means.
Look, with the Maryfield app, you just take a picture of your receipt from wherever you shop. You instantly earn rewards anytime you buy products from clean label brands like Stonyfield, Applegate, Justin's, Orgain, and more.
Why didn't you just say that?
Well, I was about to sing rewards for every receipt when you shop clean. Maryfield brands is what you need.
Okay, so let me get this straight. It's an app that rewards me for buying the kinds of brands I want to be buying and not the junk I don't.
Oh, so it's like a no-crap clean shopping app.
Sure.
I think they're finally getting it.
Could have made this way shorter.
I'm just trying to do my best here.
Unlike your song, this app is super simple.
That's just not very nice.
Boom, that was easy.
It's Maryfield!
Just to be clear, it's an app and not a field, right?
It's not a field, it's an app. Merrifield, a fancy name for a simple app that rewards you every time you shop clean.
It's Merrifield. It's not a field. It's an app.
Wow. This song is giving me a real emotional connection to the Merrifield app.
I'm feeling it too. Merrifield. Just to be super clear, it's not a field, it's an app for your iPhone.
And a gold goes to Humanot for a taste like saving the planet for Bonterra Organic Vineyards.
For centuries, the subtle notes of a fine wine have been discernible only to the most sophisticated palates.
I'm getting raked leaves, I'm getting foam pool noodle, I'm getting shuttlecock.
But at Bonterra, we've been farming our grapes organically and sustainably for over 30 years. It's the delicious taste of saving the planet.
The nose on this is biodiversity.
But it's got a big, ethically farmed finish.
It's good. You know what? I think I'll run a bath later and prevent just a little bit more climate change.
Bonterra.
In the category of film, video, and sound, branded content, and entertainment, we have a gold for Council Creative, the story of Ruby Falls for Ruby Falls. We'll get to see a little bit more about what happens.
Time to cut bait, right? No, sir. I started planning. When we were ready, Ruby and I bought land above the cave. We started drilling. The plan was to open up a new entrance into the cave so folks could see it without getting in the way of the railroad. We worked round the clock, pulling up enough buckets of limestone to build a castle. And if our drills had stayed true, maybe we would have found another way into the cave. But the drill deviated. The hand of God, maybe. We found something else. An opening into the unknown. That gust of air rushing by our faces. I swear, it summoned me. Maybe it was a way to a new wonder. Maybe it was a crack leading to a dead end. We could have backed up and tried again, but this was no time to turn back. This was a calling. So down we went, crawling through the dark with the mountain on our heads.
Next, we move on to the Silver Awards. In the category of television advertising, we have a silver for Humanot with Strangely Likeable for Hello Oral Care.
With kid-friendly flavors like watermelon, brushing to brush is totally natural.
Come on, kids. It's time to brush your teeth.
We already are brushing, Daddy. It tastes really good.
Okay. That's a first.
Hello, Strangely Likeable toothpaste.
We also have a silver for EPB for Device Age for their full TV campaign.
Shooting this over here? No. Oh, I got this one. Yes! No. I totally, it's glitching. It's glitching. Mom, we need EPV. No! Mom, the internet's messed up again.
You're using a lot of bandwidth. Prepare to pay.
That's it. I'm switching to EPB. Stupid data caps.
We also have a silver for EPB for their single-spot spaceship that was also submitted separately from the campaign.
Picture a family consumed by constant online activity, pushing the limits of unlimited bandwidth in the device age.
You're using a lot of bandwidth.
Mom, they're back.
Prepare to pay.
I got it. Yeah, it's there. Near that pizza.
Wrong house! We've got EPB!
Oh, my bad.
It's comforting to know that there is one internet provider with no data caps or added fees as we all cross over into the device age.
We have a silver for EPB for Get the Gig TV campaign.
pass up an unbeatable value for the best. So, why would you do it with your internet? Only EPB gives you up to 1,000 megabits per second of fiber-fast speeds for just $67.99 per month. That's just $10 more per month than our starting speed. Get the gig.
In the category of film, video, and sound, branded content, and entertainment, we have a silver going to Pathfinder Films for America's Navy recruiting campaign, done for America's Navy.
A little girl who walked by pointed at me and said, "Ooh, Mommy, look, there's a girl one."
It's like a male-dominant type of world in the military is what I thought. But boy, was I proven wrong.
We're currently on board a guided missile destroyer, the USS Momsen. I have been in command of the Momsen for about 9 months, and before that I was the executive officer.
When I looked at the Navy, they had a lot more opportunities for women.
They don't really care if you're a male or a female. All they care about is your ability to do the job.
We also have a silver for Council Creative for the story of Ruby Falls, audio for Ruby Falls.
Nature is a patient artist. With a growth rate of only half an inch every 100 years, the creation of formations in the cave spans centuries. Their distinctive shapes are miraculous. Fabric-like draperies flowing from limestone, curly helictites defying gravity, delicate straw-shaped capillary tubes hanging from the ceiling, and mounds of flowstone resembling lava.
We have a silver for Humanaut for Killer Baby Namer for Liquid Death. Aw, so cute. In the category of cross-platform integrated campaigns, we have a silver for Humanaut for the Ancient Immunity Berry for Sambuco.
For centuries, the black elderberry has held the secret to mankind's immunity. So it's no surprise that these immunity berries really caught on.
I make mine into wine.
Everyone wanted a piece of the elderberry immunity pie.
Get your immunity pies!
I don't think there's such a thing as too much immunity.
But the true power of these immunity berries remained hidden.
Science doesn't exist yet, so these berries must be magic.
Well, science totally figured it out. Turns out it wasn't magic.
It wasn't?
It was antioxidants.
And a lot of them.
In the category of pro bono campaign, we have a silver for the Alderman Group for Save Space Camp, done for the Alderman Group for Space Camp and the U.S. Space and Rocket Center.
Hello, I'm Ben Chandler. I'm chairman of the U.S. Space and Rocket Center Education Foundation, and most importantly, a Space Camp alumni. It's with a heavy heart today that I'm having to reach back out to the alumni community. We have always supported a mission of exploration and empowerment for our young folks. The coronavirus pandemic has devastated our revenue stream, and without your support, we're on a trajectory to have to close the doors of the U.S. Space and Rocket Center Museum, Space Camp, and its sister programs sometime in October of this year.
Aw, I kind of want to go. In the category of elements of advertising, we have a silver for Spectrus for the rebranding of Fowler Brothers Co., done for Fowler Brothers Co. We'll now move on to our Bronze Professional Awards. In the category of television advertising, we have a bronze for EPB for Zombie.
Submitted for your approval, a man who has just given his family the best internet and the envy of those who hunger for faster speeds in the device age.
This is so fast. You did great. It's like no more buffering.
Get by me. Get in the house.
Dad.
Jealousy is human, especially with internet powerful enough to satisfy multiple users in the device age.
We have another bronze for EPB for taking turns as a single 30-second commercial. And now, a drum roll, please. We are on to the Best in Show for the professionals. This is our highest scoring entry for this year. Congratulations to Humanot for Not a Field, done for Merrifield. And here's a little reminder of which one this was.
Well, I was about to sing rewards for every receipt when you shop clean. Merrifield Brands is what you need.
Okay, so let me get this straight. It's an app that rewards me for buying the kinds of brands I want to be buying and not the junk I don't.
Oh, so it's like a no-crap clean shopping app.
Asher.
I think they're finally getting it.
Could have made this way shorter.
I'm just trying to do my best here.
Unlike your song, this app is super simple.
That's just not very nice.
Boom, that was easy.
Congratulations, everyone. Amazing work this year. We appreciate your participation in AAF Chattanooga. The trophies and certificates will not arrive for a few weeks as AAF sold out of the statues early this year. As soon as they're here, we'll make arrangements to get them to you right away. I hope to be able to bring them to your offices myself and get to meet you in person. Congratulations again, and have a wonderful afternoon.